So let's kick off our deep dive into the front pages with the Daily Mail. Who has got that one for? Is that you?
That's me.
Leo.
Yeah. So Rishi Sunak says he's going to fix the asylum system. He says it's not fair, it's not right, and it needs to be fixed. So he's got a deal with Albania. There's going to be some of these paying Albania money to improve their economy, and also have people at the airport to tell people not to get on the plane, I assume. And also he's bringing back the sort of hostile environment attitude to immigration. So if you're an illegal immigrant, you won't be able to get a bank account, which will mean it'll be more difficult for you to get work. You'll have to get work cash in hand, like my mate Bernardo came over from Brazil, kept getting deported, kept coming back in through Ireland.
The comedy industry used to be run cash in hand. That was, you only basically understood gigs that paid in cash. I never trusted anything that went through the books, but it's all changed now.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a different world. The whole economy is completely different now.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Bar work. I remember being a student walking away with cash in my pocket, but of course now that's a prosperous nation.
Yeah, and of course we talk about other trades not getting a pay rise. Comedy hasn't had a pay rise since about 1992.
Cannot be unionised.
This is what's preposterous, of course, to ask three self-employed comics their opinions about public sector pay increases.
Talk about people who run a jewellery store in Camden Market. I actually lost my wallet recently and had to try and I had cash, but my cards were being replaced. I didn't realise the number of places you literally cannot pay. You cannot buy. Pret-a-manger will no longer take cash. Lots of pubs in the West End will no longer take cash. You're eliminated from society.
We should probably get back to the story about the asylum system.
So, I love the way you give it you voice yes in asylum.
It's
like a phloem in asylum.
Like an asylum phone.
Yes.
That thing that you play with Patrick Moore. But so Keir Starmer's come out and said the majority of people coming across as illegal coming across in the dinghies qualify as refugees. It's like, obviously that's why it needs to be fixed. These people aren't genuine asylum seekers, a lot of them. I mean, for a start, they're coming from France. They've come through a lot of safe countries to get here, and a lot of them started off in Albania, which is perfectly safe and probably a lot nicer than the UK. I don't know if they've actually seen what Middlesbrough looks like before they come over here.
Somebody who went back, wasn't there, recently? They came over, they were from Ukraine, and they were repositioned in Nottingham, and they stayed there for and they went, no, actually...
I'll take my chances in the Donbass.
Certainly when they start getting put up in pontins, I think a lot of people will be applying to get
But there's been some very nice hotels have been repurposed.
Yeah, the amount of money being spent, so £5.5 million is being spent every day.
Which is coming out of the foreign aid budget predominantly as well, so it's...
there's an upside.
It's completely undermining our soft power throughout the world.
As long as it's denying water to people in a desert region, that's
a concern.
This is just rhetoric at this stage, but it's important to hear some decisive rhetoric at least, isn't it? Because you do get the feeling the political classes seem to be quite happy with the proposition that we just allow people to come in until the whole population pressure is like universally, until the water levels are equalised.
But even here, Rishi Sunak is adopting the passive tense, isn't he? It's a problem, it needs to be fixed.
Orwell frowns. Avoid the passive.
Well, Home Secretaries for the last few years have been making the right noises, and yet nothing has actually got done. He's making himself a hostage to fortune, isn't he, by making promises with 2 years before an election.
We'll come on to
if
some fairly
done, then surely it will...
statistical evidence that he's already a hostage